You wake up. The room's dark. The alarm screams, but you don't move. You tell yourself, today, I'll start. But something inside whispers back, no you won't. It's strange, isn't it? How you can be your own worst enemy. You want to move. You want to grow. But your mind, your own mind, pulls you back. You fight battles no one else can see. A war that starts before you even leave your bed. Every morning, the same invisible opponent whispers, stay comfortable, stay safe, stay small. And maybe you've wondered, why is it so hard to win against yourself? The truth is, most people lose the war within long before the world ever beats them. They surrender to distraction, to fear, to doubt. Somewhere between the screens and the silence, you forgot what peace even feels like. You used to dream, remember? Back when you believed life had meaning, when your reflection still looked like someone you recognized. But now, you scroll through the lives of people who seem ahead, and each swipe feels like another reminder that maybe you're behind, that maybe you're not enough. You keep telling yourself you're fine, that this is just how it is. But deep down, you feel it, the exhaustion of fighting yourself every single day. This is the war no one talks about. Not the war on the outside, but the one that lives in here. And here's the part most people never realize. The enemy isn't laziness. It's not lack of motivation. It's resistance. That quiet, poisonous voice that convinces you to stay the same. Resistance whispers, you're tired. You deserve rest. You'll start tomorrow. You've already failed too many times. But it lies, because tomorrow never comes. And every time you delay your own life, the enemy grows stronger. You've been drafted into a war you didn't choose, but it's one you have to fight, because no one else can fight it for you. Here's the truth most people run from. If you don't take control of your mind, it will take control of you. So what if this isn't the end of you? What if this war, this chaos, is exactly where your real life begins? Because once you see the enemy, you can finally start to fight back. You see, this war isn't fought on a battlefield. It's fought in your mind. Every moment, every decision, every scroll. Your mind wasn't built for this. It was never designed to face 1,000 comparisons before breakfast. Every swipe trains your brain to crave, not creation, not growth, but stimulation. That's dopamine, the same chemical that kept our ancestors alive, now used to keep you addicted. There's a study from Harvard that showed how dopamine spikes aren't just about pleasure, they're about anticipation. The chase, the next hit, the next scroll. That's why you can't stop. You're not addicted to the reward, you're addicted to the hope of one. So you chase, and you chase, until silence feels unbearable. You fill every quiet moment because silence reminds you that something's missing. You've become so used to noise that you forgot silence is where your mind heals. And then there's comfort, the sweetest trap of all, because it doesn't look like a prison. It looks like freedom. You tell yourself you deserve it, that you've worked hard, that rest is self-care. And sometimes it is. But if rest turns into retreat, comfort becomes your cage. This is how the war works. It doesn't attack you with pain. It lulls you to sleep with pleasure. And somewhere deep down, you start to feel it. That quiet guilt that whispers, you're wasting your life. But instead of facing it, you bury it. You drown it with distractions. And every time you do, you lose another inch of ground. You call it procrastination. But in truth, it's avoidance. Avoiding the version of you that demands change. Let's call that shadow what it really is, your resistance. It shows up every time you try to improve yourself, every workout you skip, every plan you delay, every time you say, tomorrow. And the more you surrender, the stronger that voice becomes. This is what psychologists call learned helplessness. When you fail enough times, your brain stops trying. It convinces you that no matter what you do, nothing will change. But here's the thing. You haven't failed because you're weak. You failed because you keep fighting the wrong enemy. The enemy was never the world. Not your parents. Not society. Not the system. It's the part of you that fears becoming more than what you are. You fear your own potential, because becoming more means killing who you are right now. And death, even metaphorical death, terrifies the ego. That's why every time you try to evolve, your mind fights back harder. It tells you you're not ready. It tells you you're not capable. It tells you you're not enough. But what if you stopped listening? What if, for once, you didn't run from the discomfort, but ran straight into it? That's how every warrior wins. Not by waiting for fear to fade, but by moving through it. And maybe you think, that sounds dramatic. I'm not a soldier. But you are. Every morning you wake up, you enter a battlefield made of thoughts, choices, and habits. The battlefield just looks different now. Your weapons aren't swords, they're habits. Your armor is discipline, and your enemy wears your own face. This war doesn't end in a single victory. It's fought in small, invisible wins, one rep, one page, one decision at a time. And every time you choose growth over comfort, you reclaim another inch of your mind. This is where the shift begins, when you stop blaming the world and finally face yourself. Because here's the truth. You were never broken. You were just buried, under comfort, distraction, and fear. And when you strip all of that away, what's left isn't weakness. It's strength that's been waiting to be remembered. The war doesn't end the day you win a battle. It ends the day you stop pretending you're powerless. Because the truth is, you're not fighting against your weakness. You're fighting for your potential. Discipline isn't punishment. It's remembering who you said you wanted to be, even when you don't feel like it. And self-awareness, that's your compass. It's how you track the enemy's moves. Those thoughts that tell you to quit, to delay, to give in. Every moment you notice that voice and choose differently, you win. This is how warriors are made in the modern world. Not in battlefields, but in silence, sweat, and choices. And when you start stacking those small wins, something shifts. You stop chasing motivation. You start building momentum. Momentum is what makes resistance afraid of you. You'll notice something strange. The war doesn't disappear. It just changes shape. It becomes quieter, more strategic. Because now, you're the one in control. And the world will still try to pull you back, with its noise, its validation, its comfort. But now, you'll see it for what it is, distraction disguised as purpose. Because the truth is, life will always be chaos. But your peace, that's your responsibility. You don't control the storm, but you can learn to stand still in the middle of it. Winning this war isn't about being fearless. It's about being willing to face the parts of yourself that still hurt. It's about learning that pain isn't your enemy. It's your teacher. And once you understand that, the war stops being something to survive and becomes something that shapes you. You realize you've never been fighting to destroy the old you. You've been fighting to uncover the real one. The one who keeps promises. The one who doesn't chase shortcuts. The one who fights for peace, purpose, and presence. That version of you has been waiting for the day you stop running and finally return home to yourself. And when you do, something magical happens. The war doesn't end, but you stop fearing it. Because now, you fight with purpose. The only enemy that ever existed was the version of you that refused to change. If you think this inner war is tough, wait until you see the battlefield the world has built around your mind. Watch my next video, Why Mental Health is the Biggest Crisis of Our Time. It'll show you the truth you've been avoiding. If this video spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit like, share it with someone who's fighting their own war, and comment below, what part of you are you ready to face next? Because your story might be the spark that saves someone else.